All right, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites who come in week and week out to prophesy the destruction of America. And we start off every weekend by giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, to whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christos and God. All right, those infinite honors go to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Harakakadash. We give double honors to my teachers, apostles of great millstone, who are worthy of their double honors, who our Heavenly Father has poured His Spirit upon in this fine hour to teach us His glorious gospel. And salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah, pushing His truth across the four winds in this fine hour. Shalom to you, brothers. All right? And we're at the end of time, man, with judgments going throughout the planet Earth. And the last few times I done came out here, the Most High done put that spirit on me to just push out this judgment, man. All right? And we're living in a time of judgment. The earth is about to start respecting Yahweh Shemawashi's word, man. All these promises and prophecies that's written before time, all right, they're coming to pass in these modern times, all right? Those prophecies are being fulfilled. And people are going to start holding the word of Yahweh Shemawashi in high regard. And they're also going to start reverencing his priests, reverencing his servants, all right? They're going to start fearing and trembling at the prophets when they see everything the prophets say come to pass, okay? Because the servants of Yahweh Shemawashi have been disrespected since Israel has been a nation, man. At one time, Israel respected the prophets, honored the prophets. But since we've been in captivity, man, hey, we're the offscoring other nations, all right? And it's cool, it's cool. The scriptures say, blessed are you when men revile you, all right? But men is going to start respecting and honoring the service of the Lord when they see all these calamities come to pass, okay? So I'm going to start off in 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 4. And it reads, and Samuel did what Yahweh spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming and said, comest thou peacefully? All right? So when Samuel was doing the service of Yahweh Shemawashi, and one time the nation of Israel trembled when a prophet came amongst them. And when they would see a prophet come amongst them, they would ask, are you coming in peace? Are you coming to bring forth prophecies of lamentation, mourning, and woe? But those people, those elders that trembled, all right, they had to fear the Lord in them, all right? And this is what's going to happen in this final hour. When people see the men of the Lord coming, they're going to start trembling, all right? Because Yahweh Shemawashi's word isn't going to come back void, and they're going to remember who said these things were going to come to pass before they came to pass, all right? The reason the people trembled when Samuel came amongst them is because it was a constant theme when a prophet said something amongst them, and they knew it would always come to pass, okay? That's why they trembled, they feared. They asked him, was he coming peaceful? All right? And the tidings we're bringing forth today, in this final hour, peace will ultimately come, okay? But, hey, the kingdom's going to be ushered in with war. Mourning, lamentation, and woe. That's how the kingdom's going to be ushered in. Even the servants that's going to get peace, and say, through much tribulation, you shall enter the kingdom of heaven. So, we prophets of doom right now. And everybody going to start respecting these prophets of doom. Okay? Because it's written. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2. We'll start at verse 19. And it reads, and the men of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of the city is pleasant. My Lord seeth, but the water is not, and the ground barren. All right? And that's another thing. the men of the Lord are going to start getting these spiritual powers back, all right? We're going to be starting to being able to do everything men did aforetime, all right? If you, like, think about it in Jacob's Trouble, if you come to a body of water, a pool of water, and the water is full of parasites, pathogens, and bacteria, all right? These men of the Lord in ancient time past would throw wood in the water. The water become clean. Bitter water become clean. All right, we about to see what Elisha is about to do. All right, we about to start getting that power back to do things like that, those type miracles. Okay? And he said, bring me a new cruse and put salt therein. And they brought it to him. And he went forth into the spring of the waters and cast salt in there and said, thus saith Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, I have healed these waters. All right, he did a miracle. He went to a filthy body of water and cleansed it, all right, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, during Jacob's trouble, we're going to need miracles like that, okay? All right? There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying Elisha, which he spake. All right? And that was power. The brother Elisha had power. Okay? The Most High is about to give that same spiritual power to his servants. All right? And he went up thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city. All right? Now the children in this society are monsters. All right? It's written that ministress women would bring forth monsters. That's why you see all these fucking heathens, these children walking out in the spirit of heathens, killing everybody, all right? But back then in the ancient world, they had a little bit more sense. But the ones that was carried out in the spirit of Baal, had the spirit of Belial, that's what they used to say back then, all right? They came fucking with the beloved brother Elisha, and this is what he did, all right? There came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said to him, go up thou bald head, go up thou bald head, all right? Now they were just teasing him about his bald head, all right? You know, and that's small. We would look at that in this society and be like, the little motherfucker's disrespectful. But that's small. But let's see what the man of the Lord did. All right? And he turned back, looked on them, and cursed them in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And there came forth 2 bears out of the wood and tear 42 children of them. All right? So the servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai was offended. Are not us men of the Lord offended in this place? And he was offended by something that we would deem small potatoes. All right? So how much more us in this day and time that people coming against us for teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? All right? He had the power to put spirit on bears to come kill all their asses. All right? When you see things and hear about things like that, that make you revere the prophets. These inhabitants around here, driving around, looking at us crazy, that same fear and dread about to come on them in this day and time, man. They're going to fear. Whether they heal folk bear, they're going to fear. Because these prophets and these calamities are going to happen back to back to back to back. All right? You're not going to be able to stop it. Hold up. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 57, verse 1, and it reads, to the chief musician, Atalish, mention of Dawadah, when he fled from Saul in the cave. Be merciful to me, O power, be merciful to me, for my soul trusted in thee. In the shadow of thy wings, I will make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed, all right? And these calamities are about to come in waves. Each one is going to be worse than the last, okay? So when these calamities are foretold by who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai's servants, man, all right? So his servants is out bringing forth this word, and people are hearing it. They say we crazy, but when all these calamities come to pass, they're going to start respecting. They're going to start revering. Okay? In these coming days. Hold on, let me let this pass. All right, back to the regular. All right. 334. 334. This is the book of Jeremiah. Chapter 28, verse 8. And it reads, the prophets have been before me and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries. All right? And there's nothing new under the sun. The prophets are subject to the prophets. And when the Most High sent out his prophets, most time he sent out his prophets to before he take the kingdom down, he make his prophets go out and give the nation of Israel warning, and give that nation warning. All right. Most time when the prophets come out, it don't be good news. Now they do prophesy of good tidings, they do. But for most of when you look at these, the Tanakh, the book of the prophets, when you look from Isaiah, Habakkuk, Amos, Jonah, Joel, Daniel, all right, and you read those books, it's mostly nothing but judgment. They're mostly prophesying of future calamities coming to the earth. Yes, now they do talk about the kingdom of heaven getting ushered in, and our great king coming back to put things in order. But when you read those books, it's basically about calamities coming. Okay? All right? And people learn to revere men when they see a man's word come to pass. You don't have to like it. All right? You can despise it. All right? But when a person says something and it comes to pass, just like they say it happened, you can't do nothing but respect it. All right? And that's what everybody's about to start doing. Yahweh Shema Shai's word, first and foremost, and his oracles that bring forth his word, his seers and his prophets, they're going to start honoring them and respecting them. All right? In this day and time. Okay? The prophets have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, evil, and of pestilence. All right? War, evil, and pestilence is coming here to America. Pestilence already here. When you look at the news, war is at America's door. And this is the most evil place on the planet. This is the most abominable, wicked place on planet Earth, America. Okay? So these prophecies are jumping out the book. All right? And you brothers is out here prophesying. They got your hand to the plow, man. Hold fast, bro, because this is the highest honor you can have as a human being. To go out here and prophesy for Yahweh Shema Shai, your great king and creator, man. All right? Serious business. This is serious business. This is the most dangerous job on the planet when you know who you serve. Our boss is an austere man. And when his anger is kindled but a little, he'll knock your ass off. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 41, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It reads, fear not, thou worm, Jacob. See, and that's how the people look at us, man. They look at us like we worms. They think we poor, defenseless creatures. But what Elisha told his underling, he said there'd be more with us than with them. This word, this doctrine we have is more powerful than nuclear power. All right. But from the natural man, all right, the carnal man, when he look at us like we're worms. All right. And in this society, on the natural plane and the carnal plane, we are like a worm. We have no power. We don't got the power yet. The only power we got is this doctrine of life. But we about to have this power. Okay. In fact, us prophesying is the power, because everything we saying is going to come to pass. That's power. For you to know the future and tell the future and it comes to pass, that's power. Nobody on earth has that kind of power. Okay? I will help thee, saith Yahweh, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Okay? And this is what he's going to do to us. This is what he's done to us. Behold, I will make thee a sharp person instrument having teeth. This is what this doctrine of life does. This is what wisdom does. It's a defense round about you. All right? And the Most High's prophets is a sharp person instrument in his hand, man, to come what? Condemn the nation. Prophesy destruction to the nation. Okay? Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small and shall make the hills as chaff. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in America. You look at all these skyscrapers, all these buildings, all right? And this place is going to be earth and ashes when the Most High get through with it. But who's out here telling you this? The prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah. We tell you what's going to happen to this God-forsaken place before it happens. This place is going to be a fucking desert when the Most High get through with it. Okay? Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away. The whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. Okay? This is what you call good news. To hear that America's going to be fanned away like chaff, all right, that's good news if you're in your right mind, all right? That's good fucking news. And it's good fucking news what that bitch said that died, to know that these nations is going to give us a little respect in the coming days. Our people going to be trying to look for the skirt of him that is a Jew, all right? And us, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, we want recompense. We don't want to deal with no Mayweather niggas, and we're going to laugh at your calamity, okay? We deal with the household of faith, man. Yahweh Shema Shah is all about men of faith, men that believe without sin. When these calamities come past, and now you want to believe, when you see all these atrocities come, all right? That's you being a corner, you still being a carnal nigga, man. Okay? But Yahweh Shema Shah is about to make y'all put some respect on his prophets, man. This is the book of Hosea. Chapter 12, I'm going to start at verse 10. And it reads, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions. All right? When we out here prophesying and going in these scriptures, all right, we're breaking down those visions, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these prophets that published these visions, they didn't understand what they were seeing, all right? But in these modern times, in our day and time, when our great king unlocked those seals, we understand, all right? We could break them down with grace, okay? And use similitudes by the ministry of the prophets, okay? That's why a great king say he'll reveal his secrets to his servants, the prophets, all right? And you have to honor and respect his prophets, because they're coming as ambassadors bringing forth Yahweh Shema Shai's word. He said, if you don't receive my prophets, you don't receive me. And our great king said, if they don't receive me, they don't receive him who sent me. And he's also said in another place, those my enemies that wish not that I rule over, bring them hither and slay them before me. All right, and that's the spirit the prophets are in, man. So be it, man. All right, we hate them that hate thee, O Lord, and when you reject this word, you hate them. All right, because it is written, you either with them or against them. Okay. Got Christians over here giving away food and shit. That's a gimmick. That's a fucking gimmick. Playing that fucking Joel Osteen, white people type music. All right? And you got number Jake running up there getting them plates. Plates probably full of abominations. You got a servant of the Lord over here ready to rightly divide the scripture of truth so they can get saved out of here, but they want to go to these seducing spirits, this whorehouse you call modern day Christianity. All right? And that's a gimmick, man. That's a gimmick. If the word don't draw somebody in, if the word don't, if a person is not intellect, is not aroused by the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, you feeding them a plate of food ain't doing shit. You just giving them nourishment to go out and be a devil another day. Most of these bums around here is going to get them plates. As soon as they get them damn plates, they go back somewhere and get full of that high wrong, get full of that dope, and the Most High ain't nowhere on their mind. All right? That's not a good deed, coming out here and feeding the poor. All right? When the Most High say feed the poor, he talking about come out here and feed them with the bread of life, these rivers of living water. Come tell them the truth of the scriptures. Okay? Show Israel their transgressions. All right? Come out here and give spiritual alms, man. All right? The bread of life. He told that woman at the well, this is what I got, you will never thirst again, man. That's what you got to give them. If they don't want that, fuck giving them corner food. Fuck that. Okay? I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied vision and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Is there any iniquity in Gilead? You got to come show our people their iniquity. Okay? Surely they are vanity. They sacrifice bullocks in Gilgal. Yeah, the altars are as heaps in the furies of the fields. And Jacob fled into the country of Syria. Wait, hold on. And served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep. And by a prophet, the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, and the prophet was he preserved. All right? And by a prophet, it say he brought Israel out of Egypt. All right? And what did that prophet come prophesying? Doom and gloom for ancient Egypt. We're in modern day Egypt. All right? That's small potatoes what happened to ancient Egypt. Guess what? Ancient Egypt still standing. The pyramids still standing. Here in America, when the Most High get through with this place here in America, not one building, not one stone gonna be on top of another. This bitch gonna be a heap of fucking sand, ashes. Okay? It's gonna be a heap of sand and ashes. Okay? Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly. Therefore he shall leave his blood upon him, and his reproach shall his Lord return on him. All right? Now when the prophet go tell you all this blood is about to befall everybody, all right? And when people see this blood and the words of the prophets come to pass, all right, they're going to start believing. They're going to start reverencing. All right? They're going to start fearing. They're going to hate when Samuel came and the people trembled when they seen Samuel came. That's how they're going to start dealing with Yahweh Shema Shai's servants. This damn tranquilizer 1-9 gonna mutate to it's just gonna start killing people by the millions. All right? And what did the prophets tell the people? Don't go get that shit. All right? Don't let nobody puncture that shit in your veins. All right? People are going to remember that the prophets warned them not to get it. All right? And they're going to start respecting it. But that's just the beginning of the calamities to come. All right? That's just one calamity. All right? This place, America, is about to get taken through the ringer. Before the Most High send them clean up crew, the missiles to come disintegrate this bitch. All right? The famine, people about to die of hunger. It's about to be a sore famine around this bitch. A sore famine. These motherfuckers over here giving out these Christian plates. This might very be their last time doing it. Because a sore famine is coming to America. All right? Not just a bread and water, but the prophets out here giving you warning. That's going to come to an end too. Okay? I'm going to stay over here in the Hosea. This is Hosea chapter 6, verse 5. And it reads, therefore I have hewed them by the prophets. When somebody hew you down, they've killed you. Okay? Spiritually speaking, if you hewed down by the prophets, that means you came to gainsay against them and you were confounded by the prophets. All right? But literally, we all here to hew people down in the spirit, but it's going to manifest into the physical. Okay? If you don't jump upon this spiritual ark and come submit to Yahweh Shema Shai's word, you're going to get hewed down physically. Be it famine, pestilence, or the sword. Okay? That's what Yahweh Shema Shai mean when he say he hewed them down by the prophets. Prophets came to give you your judgment. And what you did, in the ancient time, you killed these prophets. All right? In the ancient world, you killed the prophets. You're gonna do it in these times too. We know it's coming because it's written. But we're gonna be found faithful to death, Lord willing. Yahweh Shema Shai keep His spirit upon us, man, and we endure to the end. Okay. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, verse 8. And it reads, but thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not rebellious like this rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give. All right? As men of the Lord, we don't have a choice. All right? When Yahweh Shema Shai gave us this command, we got to carry it out with precise precision, perfection. And we do it with fear and trembling. Same fear and trembling that the prophets have, you people gonna end up getting. You're just gonna be on the wrong side of the Most High's anger, though. And when I looked and behold, a hand was sent to me, and like a roll, a book that was in. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written lamentation, mournings, and woe. All right? Lamentation, mourning, and woe is the reason people gonna start revering the Most High servants. All right? Everything we're out here prophesying about, lamentation, mourning, and woe, you about to see it and feel it in this final hour, in these last days. Okay? Great death coming to this motherfucker. Great death. And y'all gonna remember who told you. The servants of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? And then that's when the Most High servants are going to be precious as fine gold, as the golden wedges of Ophir. All right? Because their words were golden. All right? Their words, all of them came to pass. All right? None of these prophecies are going to miss their mate. Okay? When we say great death is coming, it's coming. And though it tarry, it will surely come to pass. Okay? This is Revelation 11. Let's start at chapter 4. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth. All right? Judah and Israel. All right? And these are his servants. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. All right? We spiritually burning motherfuckers up right now. Okay? We spiritually destroying this place. But it's about to come where the Most High about to endow with those powers, and we're going to call fire down from heaven to kill the wicked. All right? Lord willing, we're in that righteous number. We can't wait. That's what we yearn for. The faith and the patience of the saints is to get revenge, recompense, okay? To do them as they did us. In fact, to do it to them double, according to Revelation 18:6. We can't wait to call that fire down from heaven and burn this bitch up. All right? Get those spiritual powers. But right now, we're doing the spiritual, okay? These have the power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy. See, the spirit of Yahushua, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. He all about prophesying. And he protects his servants. He said, it's a righteous thing for him to bring tribulation to those that trouble his servants. And have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. And that's what we're prophesying about. Plagues and hell coming to America, man. Plague after plague, calamity after calamity. All right? That's what's coming to America. And these people of the earth is going to have blood to drink, man. For how they dealt treacherously with his servants. Okay? And you can't get around it. All right? This is the book of Sirach. Chapter 7, verse 29. It reads, fear the Lord with all our soul and reverence his priests. And that's a commandment. That's a commandment from up high, man. Fear Yahweh Bashim Awashah with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind. All right? And reverence, all right, respect and honor his servants. But what did you do to his servants? You killed him. You even killed his son. Okay? And you're going to pay for it big time. Love him that made thee with all thy strength and forsake not his ministers. And the Most High is going to make you love him, respect him, and dread him. And he's going to make you respect his ministers, man. When these prophecies come to pass. When all hell break loose. All right? When martial law is implemented, when this famine hit, sword, this pestilence wreak havoc on society, all right, then they're going to start reverencing his ministers, because we said what was going to happen before it happened, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Bashai. And first and foremost, you're going to start respecting and honoring his word, okay? This is Hebrew. This is Hebrew. Chapter 6, verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forgive your work and labor of love. All right, you want to know what else the Most High won't forget? Those that troubled you. Those that dealt treacherously with you. He's not going to forget them motherfuckers either. Just like he's not going to forget you out here laboring, being in season and out of season. He's not going to forget those that made it hard for you, okay? What you have showed towards his name. He's not going to forget those that disrespected his name, all right? And that you have ministered to the saints and do minister, all right? So the Most High is remembering your righteous works. He's also going to remember those that came against you while you were working, okay? This is the book of Isaiah. It's at the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against me shall prosper. All right? Ridicule, scoffing, mocking, or even if you come with a Gatling gun, a sword, a dagger, you can't do nothing to the service of Yahweh Shai unless he permits it. All right? When you read up, he talking about a whole fucking nuclear missile. All right? Nothing this devil do is going to prosper on his elect men. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. All right? So when you come against Yahweh Shai's servant, you're condemning yourself. All right? You're condemning yourself. That's why I say keep thy foot when you come to the house of the Lord, because you don't know that you do evil, man. Okay? This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness of me, saith Yahweh. Okay? So the heritage of the servants of the Lord is for those that come against his servants, that they're going to be condemned. All right? And that no weapon formed against his servants is going to prosper. All right? And he's going to honor his men. All right? He's going to make men fear and dread to speak against those men. Okay? So with that, Lord willing, is edifying to the hearers. We give infinite honor to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Yahweh Das. Double honors to our teachers, apostles, great millstone, and salutations to fellow ladies in Yahweh Shai. Form Yasharala, Abba, Abba.